Offshore worker died after falling off ladder. 2. Selangor dash drove fatal mishap at car service center. 3. Mechanic died after accident at auto repair shop.
We're hearing from a teenager who jumped into action, helping to save a classmate seriously injured in an auto shop class accident. For the first time.
Hello, a very good day everyone. We are from Group 5. Today, we are going to present our assignment on hazard in the workplace. Our group consists of 6 members, which are Vanessa Li Huiling, myself, Elijah Che Yongshen, Henny Shen, Nur Suraya binti Taat, Li Tian, and Zhang Zhao Kai. The company that we choose is Game Pusat Membaiki Kereta. This company has operated for more than 20 years and has annual revenue around 200,000. This company has 4 employees, including the owner himself, and the main business for this company is car servicing, such as doing car repairing, engine repairing, wheel alignment, and oil changing. Our main discussion are divided into 3 sections, which are hazard identification, risk assessment, and risk control. So basically, hazard identification refers to the process of recognizing and documenting potential health and safety risks in the workplace. This crucial step involves analyzing various environmental factors that could harm the worker in the workplace. We have identified 6 of the hazards. So, from this video, we can conclude that there are 6 hazards that we have identified from the site for the workplace. The first one is electrical hazard. Electrical hazard refers to the potential danger or risk associated with the presence, use, or exposure to electricity. As we can see from both pictures, there are 3 sources that may lead to the electrical hazard, which are disorganized and messy wiring condition, and the second one is because of the faulty electric equipment, wiring, or system, and the third one is because of overload circuit. So all these sources may bring to short circuit that lead to electrical hazard. Electrical hazard can inform of electric shock, electrical burn, fire, and explosion. The second one is fire hazard. Fire hazard refers to any condition, material, or circumstance that increase the risk of fire occurring or intensifies the severity of the fire if one does break out. As we can see from both pictures, the improper management of the storage of flammable liquids and materials such as car battery, petroleum, and gasoline are put at a very high risk location, which are on the floor. So, if one of the workers are throwing the cigarette, either with intention or unintention, it may lead to a huge fire. And if there are fire hazards happening, it may bring a very huge loss to the company.
We noticed that fog hazard are one of the hazards may occur in workplace safety. So, what is fog hazard? Fog hazard is one of the common hazards in industrial and construction environment, but they can arise in any workplace with raised area on uneven surface. Seriously injuries such as trauma and fractures, as well as fatalities, can arise from fog. Factors such as uneven surface, exposed edge, opening, and inadequate safety measures such as the absence of safety net increase the danger. Hence, it is essential to follow safety procedures, receive the right training, and wear the right personal protection equipment. Meanwhile, employers are required to put safety measures in place, such as offering personal protection equipment and make sure that the work setting follow safety regulation to minimize fog-related accidents. The next one, mechanical hazard. Workplace mechanical danger can range from minor cuts to fatal mishap due to the usage of machinery or exposure to it. These concerns are exclusive to powered machinery, but manually operated machines can also be dangerous. Crushing, sharing, cutting, or severing, entanglement, impact, and high-pressure fluid injection are examples of common mechanical risks. Employer must put in place adequate training, routine maintenance, and efficiently safety measures to reduce this hazard. According to Global News, November 2023, there is a case happened in South Korea, which robotic arms crushed man to death in South Korea vegetable packing factory. Based on the news, there is a man in South Korea died this week after he was crushed by an industrial robot that could not differentiate him from a box of vegetables. This is one of the tragedies caused by mechanical hazard. Besides economic hazard, ergonomic hazard occur in workplace when the design of workstation, tool, or tasks does not align well with the physical capabilities of worker. Numerous of musculoskeletal illness, or we call as MSDS, including tendinitis, muscular strain, carpal tunnel syndrome, and back problem, can be brought on by these risks. Ergonomic risks can cause by excessive force, prolonged standing or sitting, bad posture, and repeat action. Particularly, at risk are workers who undertake duties that require bending, lifting large objects, or working in at work position. The Center of Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, advised using engineering control, administrative control, and personal protective equipment (PPE) as part of the 3-tier hierarchy of control to manage the risk, using workbench with adjustable height, rearranging the way materials are carried, and keeping supplies and tools close at hand are a few examples for it. Lastly, industrial hygiene. Industrial hygiene is not a hazard, but it may result in illness, compromised health, or severe discomfort for employees is not handled it properly. The protection of worker health and well-being as well as the general public is the main objective of industrial hygiene. Neglecting industrial hygiene can have a significant and complex effect on employees' physical and mental well-being. Employees are far more likely to sustain occupational disease and injuries when workplace dangers are not appropriately recognized, assessed, or managed. Consequently, industrial hygiene uses a variety of techniques including engineering control, administrative control, and personal protective equipment to reduce this risk.
Hi everyone, I'm Elijah. So now I will explain about the risk assessment in Kian Vehicle Repair Center. So overall, there are 6 types of risks that may happen in the repair center, and I will explain 3 of the risk assessment and pass by my friend to present. So first and foremost, as we can see in the slide, electrical hazard is one of the high risk can cause the accident to be occur in the repair shop. This because we can see in the picture and here, we notice that the electrical switchboard is totally not covered by the open door of the switchboard. And basically, we can know the open panel wires and the electrical connection that should be covered. But as a consequence, for those workers who exposing, these parts may cause a risk of the electric shock to everyone who touch them, and this is very dangerous to happen accident in the workplace. So what is the current action to be taken by the manager? So and here, based on the interview, the manager had taken some current action to reduce the risk of happen accident, which is he will ensure the equipment safe by the conducting safety inspection on electrical installation and equipment. Other than that, he will also hiring an experienced electrician to check the functionality of the electrical component. The second of the electrical hazard or the risk that we have noticed is improper use of multi-socket extension, and this is the general phenomenon we can find in other shop or other repair center. So based on this picture, this is also considered as a high risk of happen accident in the workplace. Because we can know the multiple device that plug into a single multi-socket extension, and as a result, this may leading up to overheating and potential causing the wires to melt, or which could lead to fires. This also can consider as a fire risk or equipment damage. So therefore, the current action taken by the manager to reduce the risk is to make sure that the use of electrical items have the recognition of SIRIM to avoid any accident occurring in the workplace. So next, we have identified the fire risk in the workplace. So the fire risk is the accident is around the moderate risk at this slide. So in the picture as shown here, we have noticed one of the combustible material have placed at the corner of the repair center as we go there, and we notice that the motor oil is not properly covered by something, and it may occur the fire hazard to be happen. So not only that, beside the motor oil, you can see here have placed the aerosol cans that contain propellants and chemicals that are highly flammable. So if the motor oil is not covered properly, the cans with flammable substance will cause a fire risk. So especially if they are punctured or leak near sparks of open flames. So hence, the manager had decided to store flammable liquids such as motor oils in a selected cabinet that prevents spills and ignition. So this means that when they are not in use for these materials, they will always keep the container tightly covered by something. On the other hand, another fire risk that we have found is about the battery and motor oil that put it together will also face the moderate risk occur in the workplace. So this is due to the batteries can cause fire if the terminals are short circuited by conductive materials such as metal tools. This is because motor oil that is flammable and also can add to the spread of the fire if leaks or spill at the same time. So based on the interviews that we have interviewed for the manager says that he will separate the batteries and the motor oil in a different place, so it may not occur the fire burns at the working place. The third risk that we have identified is the 4 risks that will happen in the workplace. So the 4 risks represent at here, we can see and here shows it is very high risk to be happen compared to a fire risk and electrical risk. This is because we notice that when we enter the shop, the cables and the hose is very messy and scattered in front of the shop. So we can imagine that if some people didn't notice of these cables, it will cause people to fall down, or make the injuries like cuts, bury, fractures, or surf trauma if they fall onto the hard object or fall on the ground. So not only that, this cable or hose also tripping over the objects. So this will cause the object to fall down and happen accident in the workplace. So therefore, what is the current action that the manager had already do? The manager, based on the interview, that he will ensure that the cable and hose are stored correctly after use, and they will be placed on the racks made for the storing them or hung them reels or hook on the building or the things that can be avoid for accident happen in the workplace.
Hi, I'm Nusraya and I will talk about the third hazard, which is mechanical hazards. So by the picture that I put in the slide, it can be categorized as a high risk hazard because the workers can be caught in the machine and crushed and entangled by it. And the result in this is amputations, fractures, and by worse is that the machine contains hydraulic, which is if it leaks or is not properly maintained, it can burst or leak. And it also can create a high pressure spray or fluid that can penetrate the skin and cause a significant damage to people. So the action that can be done by the manager or the owner of the repair shop is by providing the safety gear and the equipment to the workers, and will ensure that all the workers wear and use it completely safe and the workers have to follow all the SOP that the managers has provide for them. Hazard is an ergonomic hazard which can be categorized as a high risk hazard, and by the picture given, this is a type of machine that help in lifting heavy stuff such as heavy metal, heavy duty machines, or engine parts of the car, which can be result in spinal and back injuries and can cause fatal injuries also in the workers. So the manager can take an action by organize the machinery and tools so that the workers could simply reach and use them. Second, appropriate machinery and tools organization increase safety, since workers are less likely to be involved in accident or injuries caused by misplaced equipment. And the last hazard, which is an industrial hygiene, based on the picture given, it can consider as a moderate risk because we can see that the toilet there is full of oil and other substance. It can expose to acute and chronic disease such as physiations, dermatitis, toxins, and it can also result in acute toxicity. Also can happen when the oil dissolves in the skin and cause irritation and other complications. It can cause poisoning by inhalation of the volatile compound in the air, and it can cause crucial in maintaining safety and hygiene in the workplace to avoid disease such as fungi, bacteria, viruses, and etc. So the action that can be taken by the manager and the workers have an initiative to clean the surroundings such as toilets, storage room, etc. to keep the place clean and away from any exposed toxics and disease. Second is take turns and make a schedule to clean the toilet, etc. and not make it a personal responsibility. Next is ensure that after all the work is done, the workers need to wipe or mop all the spilled oil so that there will be no harm in the future. And the last thing is to provide anti-fatigue mats that are slip resistant, oil, grease, and chemical resistance. That's all from me. Thank you.
Next, we are going to 4.0, and here we were discussing about the effective risk control ways or plans that should be implemented in King Medical Repair Center, which include engineering and work practice to protect workers from exposure to hazards.
Okay, hello everyone, my name is Zhang Zhaokai. My trade number is 274 and for today I will introduce the first three hazard control methods. The first part is about risk control of electrical hazard. Based on the risk assessment, the first electrical hazard is from enclosed wires and connections. So we suggest the repair central install the protective hosing and insulation. The hosing, usually made by the rubber or plastic, is effectively prevent the risk of electric shock from contact with other wires. And the next one is apply the carbon management system. Similar with these pictures is identify different use and type of wires by using the different colors of labels. Okay, let's move to the electrical hazard source from the installation. We suggest the repair central install the electrical quantities. Some like this picture, this is a protective device made of metal or plastic that protects the wires and reduce the risk of demand, and also avoid the risks such as the short circuit. And the next one is important for management should conduct the security check before the install and during the use time. And for this part, in order to control the electrical hazard of overloading, we suggest the repair center provide enough circuits avoid the overloading and provide the electrical safety training to all their workers. In addition to this, it's necessary to create eye-catching signs to remind the workers of maximum number of devices that can be connected. The next, fair head read from the pole magnets and it pulls wires. And for this, we suggest the repair central install the protective enclosures and the insulation to control this head read. And for the fair head read caused by the battery, I think the best solution is to set up the battery storage boxes and the thermal insulation sleeves made of fail-proof and insulating materials to prevent the contact with other conducted objectives. Last but not least, it's necessary to provide the insulated tools and gloves to the workers. Okay, for this part, let's pass to the third head read control method. The main source of fault head read from the collected wires can trip workers and causing a fault head read. So we suggest the repair central conducted cable and lens storage devices. These devices seem like this picture. This device is retractable design that can extend the cable when they use and store the cable when not in use. It effectively reduces the risk of workers tripping over cables. It's also important to post a sign indicating the proper rules and provide the non-slip shoes and high visible color clothes to the workers. And the last one is provide the head protection gear to protect the worker from away from any fault objectives. So that's all for my part. Thank you everyone. Let's pass to my next friends.
Let's move to the risk control of mechanical hazards. In any auto repair workshop, the proper operation of machinery is crucial for the safety of a worker. To ensure this, comprehensive training and education programs are essential. King Medical Repair Center must include the hand-on training where the employees are guided through the correct usage of the machinery. Safety workshops should be conducted regularly to refresh the knowledge about safety protocol. They should focus on the accident prevention by making sure the employees are aware of the potential hazard and understanding the safety aspect of every piece of equipment. Administration control also play an important role. Scheduling routine equipment maintenance is a proactive approach to safety. It reduces the chance of mechanical failure by ensuring the machinery is in the potential condition. The maintaining procedure should be systematic and well documented to detect the potential issue before they become the danger. Regular maintenance procedure will allow the King Medical Repair Center to track the history of every piece of equipment and guarantee the uniformity in the maintenance procedure. This not only ensures the safety but also extend the lifespan of the equipment of the machine. Next, moving on, the risk control of the economic hazard. Auto repair workshop often face the musculoskeletal disorder or we call MSD due to the nature of their work. To address this, the regular breath and stretching activity are crucial. The significance of short frequent breath during the workday to reduce the fatigue and the risk of MSD. The King Medical Repair Center management and the manager should lead their employee to do some stretching activity every morning before the working hour and also every 3 hours during the working day. By implementing such program can lead a significant reducing in the work-related injury. Next, workstation design is another key factor in reducing the ergonomic hazard. Adjustable workbenches and lift system promote the comfortable working posture and reduce the need of the blending and stooping. Proper tool positioning and systematic storage minimize the unnecessary reaching and the twisting action. Besides that, creating a systematic storage and organization system such as designed storage location, for example, for the heavy and often used tools should be placed on the lower of the rack, while for the lighter and less frequency used items should be placed on the upper of the rack. So this change not only enhances the safety, but it also boosts the 20% productivity as seen in Kawasaki study in 2017. Finally, let's talk about risk control industry hygiene. Good housekeeping practices are essential in an auto repair workshop to reduce the worker danger. The regular cleaning and the handling spill immediately not only improve the overall look of the workplace, but also prevent the accumulation of hazardous material. Chemical storage and labeling are critical to reduce the spill hazard. Proper waste management is essential for handling automotive waste to protect the environment and the employee health. Using personal protective equipment (PPE) is also important. Proper installation of PPE, such as the non-slip boot and the chemical protective roof, ensure that the workers are adequately protected from the specific risks they face in an auto service center. It's not just about the safety, it's also about showing concerns for the employee health and their
In
well-being.
conclusion, there are 6 hazards that we have identified from the site or the workplace. And for the 4 hazard, it's a very high risk. However, for the high risk hazard is electrical hazard, mechanical hazard, economic hazard, and fire hazard. For moderate risk is industrial hazard. So, in order to control this hazard or this risk, we have listed 6 strategies, which are training and education, administrative control, and the third one is regular breath and stretching, and the fourth is workstation design. 5. good housekeeping, and the last is personal protective equipment. So, thank you for listening. I hope you learned something new today.